হ্যাঁ কি বলছো? It is indeed a great pleasure for me to stand up for the thanksgiving to all the research persons, dignitaries presented here and others on the inauguration session in this faculty development program. I would like to thank our beloved chairman, Dr. Excellent academic advisor. Yeah. Anupam, Anupam,
Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
Anupam,
You
are
can
you
start,
getting
sir.
me? Anupam,
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Anupam, are you getting me? I am getting you.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. You are audible, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Anupam, should I start?
Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
Anupam,
Yes, sir. You can start. I'm Anupam, sir. You can start, sir.
so Subha Sandha, it is a great pleasure for me to welcome you all in 1 week faculty development program on universal human values in engineering domain. This particular weekly faculty development program is being organized by the Department of Mechanical Engineering, HALDIA Institute of Technology.
Online.
In this particular, audible?
It's okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Anupam? Okay. So in this particular webinar session on this faculty level program, we have around 125 registrations from different branches of this particular college, HIT, and not only HIT, HALDIA Institute of Technology, there are so many other colleges around West Bengal. Here we have very enriched personalities, resource persons, such as Professor Dr. Ishita Mukhopadhyay, Madam. She is from Kolkata University. We have with us Professor Dr. Anirban Das. He is from University of Engineering and Management. Dr. Dilip Devnath. He is Eastern Regional Coordinator and Mentor of NCC IP AICTE India. Also, we have with us Dr. Taraprasanna Das. He is from ITER FET Shiksha Anusandhan deemed to be University, Odisha. With all the permissions from our Honorable Principal Sir, Dean Sir and HOD Sir, I would like to welcome you all here. To begin with the session, as the rituals permit, we would like to request Professor Dr. Sirup Banerjee to start with our national anthem and Saraswati Bandana, one by one. Dr. Sirup Banerjee.
5 minutes আমি just একটা inaugurate করে দিয়ে এই বন্ধনটা হয়ে গেছে
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा चल चल तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे माता सरस्वती शारदा माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा विद्यादानी दयानी दुःखहरिणी जगत जननी ज्वालामुखी माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा विद्यादानी दयानी दुःखहरिणी जगत जननी ज्वालामुखी माता सरस्वती शारदा कीजिए सुदृष्टि कीजिए सुदृष्टि सेवक जाने रंगना कीजिए सुदृष्टि सेवक जाने रंगना इतना वरदान दीजिए ताल ताल और आलाप बुद्धि अलंकार शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा विद्यादानी दयानी जगत जननी ज्वालामुखी माता सरस्वती शारदा Saraswati Sharada Sharada
Thank you, madam. Saraswati Vandana is being sung by Professor Dr. Sumana Mondal. She is from the Mathematics Department, SAS of HALDIA Institute of Technology. Now, I would like to request our Honorable Principal, Professor Dr. Subrata Mondal, to give his inaugural speech. Professor Dr. Subrata Mondal said.
Thank you. It is audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay. It is learned that our mechanical engineering department is organizing a 1-week faculty development program on universal human values in engineering domain. It's a great pleasure to be present here and say something about this. Actually, number of experts are present here. They will definitely tell the expertise speech, which will be in. I think that will be enriched about these topics. But I will say something. Definitely, you will be learned from here. What is the universal human values in engineering? Harmony of the self with the body. You will understand definitely these things, and you will understanding myself and coexistence of the self and the body. You will understand what is understanding needs for the self and the needs for the body. Understanding the activities in the self and the activities in the body. Definitely, you will be learned from this topic here, and you will understand what is the importance of universal human value in technical education, and how it will help the students to see the needs for developing a holistic perspective of life. Definitely, you will understand from this expertise speech on these occasions. Not only that, you will be understand what is the human values, that what is the thinking, what is the behavior, what is the truth, what is the right conduct, and non-violence, etc. I wish the every success of this faculty development program in all respects. Thank you all. Okay. Hello, it's okay. Hello.
Sir, thank you, sir. I think we have finished.
Yes. It's okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind speech, sir. Now I would like to request our Honorable Dean, sir, Professor Dr. Tarun Kanti Jana. He is Dean, School of Engineering, HALDIA Institute of Technology. Professor Tarun Kanti Jana said.
Hello.
You are audible, sir.
Is it okay?
It is okay, sir.
Okay. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wonderful and very unique initiative by the Department of Mechanical Engineering of HALDIA Institute of Technology to organize 1-week faculty development program on a very special and unique issue, that is the universal human values in engineering domain. In the recent times, particularly for the last couple of years, quite a good number of seminars, webinars, workshops are organized by different institutions on different emerging topics. But this is one of the very vital area which is not given that much due attention and importance. And our department, that is the Mechanical Engineering Department, had chosen a very unique topic which is rather uncommon, but it requires special attention in the context of the present day's business environment. That is, what are the universal human values? These values is a very comprehensive word. So what is ethics? What is human values that should be followed in the context of business or even in academic institutions? Ethics involves learning what is right or wrong and then doing the right thing. But the right thing is not nearly as straightforward as conveyed in a great deal of business ethics literature. Many ethicists assert they are always the right thing to do based on moral principle, and other believe the right thing to do depend on the situation. Twin Cities consultant Doug Wallace and John Pekel explained that ethics includes the fundamental ground rules by which we live our lives. Apparently, it may seem that these ethics and human values, these are very prominent in the current days. But the study, the research on these areas started about 2500 years ago, since the time of Socrates and Plato. Many ethicists consider emerging ethical beliefs to be the state-of-the-art legal matters. That is, what becomes an ethical guideline today is often translated to law, regulation, or rule tomorrow. So the values which guide how we ought to behave are considered moral values. That is, values such as respect, honesty, fairness, responsibility, etc. So statements around how these values are applied are sometimes called moral or ethical principles. If we think about the different areas of human values, it includes social values, it includes spiritual values, psychological values, of course ethical values, moral values, and aesthetic values. There is no hard and fast rules and guidelines which can be followed in the different organizations and different businesses. As far as academic institutions is considered, we undertake different type of research work, but without fully being aware of the fact what is right and what is wrong, how to distinguish between all these things. So to nurture and to understand, having a clear idea and vision about the universal human values, it requires this sort of discussion, this sort of platform where experts and people who are pursuing research or undertaking research, they can share their experience, they can share their thought process, where we can have a good and distinct idea about the human values and ethics and ethical approaches that has to be followed while conducting research. This research may be fundamental research, this may be applied research, and the output will be in the form of your publications of a journal, a book chapter, product development, patenting. So it is extremely relevant in the today's context that as we focus our attention to the research activities, it is imperative that we must have very clear idea about the human values and the ethics in the engineering domain. So from that point of view, this particular initiative by the Mechanical Engineering Department is really wonderful, and we have got a pool of eminent speakers who will deliver on these different areas offering the human values and the ethics in the engineering domain. So I believe that this 1 week program will be very much helpful and will particularly guide the researcher to undertake their research work, not only contemplating their technical issues, but also they should consider the values and ethical approaches, how it can be combined or how it can be followed in their research work. So I believe that the participants will be extremely benefited by undergoing this 1 week faculty development program. I convey my sincere regards and thanks to the organizer, the HOD of Mechanical Department, our principal, the conveners, the coordinator, and all the faculty members who have made this particular event successful. And I strongly believe that at the end of this 1 week program, people will be much enriched and they will gain a lot of ideas about this ethical practice and values while undertaking the research. So I believe that this particular program will be successful and people will be much enriched at the end of this particular 1 week program. So thank you very much and my best wishes toward the success of this particular event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind speech. So here in this inaugural session, now I would like to request our head of the department, Mechanical Engineering, HIT, Professor Dr. Gautam Kumar Bose, to say a few words. Professor Gautam Kumar Bose.
Good evening.
to all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good evening to all. Respected Professor Dr. Subroto Mondol, our principal of HALDIA Institute of Technology. Professor Dr. Torun Kanti Jana, Dean School of Engineering, HALDIA Institute of Technology. Our faculty coordinators, Professor Balram De and Professor Devasis Das Udhikari, and all the faculty members associated with this program of arranging this 1 week long faculty development program on universal human values. It gives me a great pleasure on behalf of Mechanical Engineering Department to welcome all the participants and the distinguished dignitaries for this week-long faculty development program. So I welcome all the dignitaries to this program and also the members who have participated from our institute as well as from other institutes of West Bengal. So this is the first endeavor that we have taken in this season of arranging a faculty development program. So more such type of faculty development programs are there in the pipeline. Now this universal human value, this term has become a very popular phrase in recent times. Now being an engineering institute, we felt that we have done many other programs on technical issues, technical topics, but as our Dean Sir has rightly pointed out, we have overlooked this universal human values topic for quite some time. But what we felt after prolonged discussion, that this is one such topic which needs to be addressed, and the faculty members, the new generation faculty members should address this. We have done the universal human values organized by AICTE, but we didn't make it happen in our institute. So we planned for quite some time how to arrange one faculty development program addressing this popular and yet very pertinent topic of universal human values. So the faculty members will be enriched with this value system, with the ethics, with the human family traditions, moral values, so that they can inculcate to their students, the young brains, the new generation tech savvy guys. Apart from the technical aspect, this is one such thing or human value which has to be inculcated in this young generation, so that when they will enter the professional arena, they should have this value system within them, so that it will help us to develop our nation ultimately. So that is the main motto of arranging this type of faculty development program. In this faculty development program, various speakers of their specialized domain will be delivering lecture, such that they can give some input regarding these human values, so that after getting this information, getting this knowledge, getting enriched with this knowledge, they can educate the young generation students to have their strong value system, and they can impart in a right manner in their professional field with this value system, ultimately helping our nation to be a strong nation, building up our nation. So these values define what is meaningful to our family, the belief and ideas
that bind our family together. I will try to highlight some of the aspect of family values, which is a subset of universal human values. Some of the family values are like moral values, professional conduct and social behavior, spiritual and religious values, family work ethics, educational values, family time, family traditions. So a set of family values provide a moral compass, clearly articulating the attitudes and meanings of our family associates with living their lives. These family values define what you think is important and what is good. They help teach kids the difference between right and wrong. They are beliefs and ideas that are specific to our specific family life, and there is no definitive objective right or wrong. Values vary from household to household and society to society, and even from time period to time period throughout history. Humans within societal relationships are constantly evolving. The ideals and the standards that we care about continue to change over time. Family values are always reflective of their times and environment. Yet, most cultures surprisingly share several common threads when it comes to basic values and morals. So ultimately, every person, right from the childhood, they should have some basic values and morals within themselves, and that will help them to take strides in the right direction, in the right path, in the professional field. And that will help our society to develop in the right direction, having some value system in it, and ultimately the nation will be enriched with good moral conduct and social behavior of the citizens. This is our objective. So anyway, it is a small step towards a long journey. So we have started with this FDP. So I thank all the dignitaries for giving their time for our faculty development program, and all the participants. I wish you that you will surely enrich yourself with the hearings from the knowledgeable persons who are our speakers. And I thank you all once again, and best of luck for this faculty development program. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
So thank you very much, sir. As you rightly said, that value is being added continuously in our life since childhood to the old age. As we all know, Kaizen, the great philosopher, quality philosopher, said continuous development, continuous improvement, and the central and the focal point of life is that addition of values. Values is nothing but what to do and what not to do. So this value is so important, as Swami Vivekananda once said, that education is nothing but the manifestation of divinity already in man. So here is the transformation from the humanity to divinity, and for that the right values are urgently required for all of us, especially to the students. And as we all are dealing with the students, the teachers, the teaching fraternity, the academic fraternity, all the faculties, they must be aware of all these values so that they can guide their students very correctly, because this cannot be taught. The values are being embedded. Anyway, all these things can be discussed and will be discussed in the days to come. Right now, I would like to request our Professor Dr. Devasis Das Odhikari to end this particular inaugural session with vote of thanks. Professor Dr. Devasis Das Odhikari.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, all. It is indeed a great pleasure to me to stand up for the thanks giving to all the resource persons, dignitaries present here, and others on the inaugural session in this faculty development program. I would like to thank our beloved chairman, Dr. Lakshman Chandra Seth, Chief Patron, Academic Advisor, Dr. Manobendranath Bandopadhyay, Principal, Professor Dr. Subroto Mondol, Registrar, Dr. Anjan Mishra, Dean, School of Engineering, Professor Dr. Tarun Kanti Jana, Head of the Mechanical Engineering Department, Professor Dr. Gautam Kumar Bose, Joint Convener, Professor Dr. Balaram De, our esteemed invited speakers, Professor Dr. Ishita Mukhopadhyay, Professor, Department of Economics and former Director, Women Studies Research Center, University of Calcutta, West Bengal, India. Dr. Dilip Devnath, Eastern Regional Coordinator and Mentor, NCC IP, AICT, India. Professor Dr. Anirban Das, Professor CSE and CA Department and Vice President Innovation Council, University of Engineering and Management, West Bengal, India. Dr. Tara Prasanna Das, Associate Professor, Department of ECE, ITR, FET, Shiksha o Anusandhan, deemed to be University, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, India. My dear coordinator, Mr. Pritam Pine, other faculty members and staffs as well as member of the this faculty development organizing committee, and all the participants, faculty members from the different institutes. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks for the college management for providing us the this webinar platform. Last of all, I hope this 1 week faculty development program on universal human values in the engineering domain will be very helpful to all the participants. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, Professor Devashish Das Adhikari. Now, inaugural session is end. From now onwards, I would like to start with our first session. The first session starts with our very enriched resource person, Professor Dr. Ishita Mukhopadhyay, Madam.